My friend secretly moved in her sister at our house despite our disapproval.
She's living in our walls.
I, 32-year-old female, have a longtime friend, 25. Let's call her Emily. Emily is currently living in my family home. By the way, this comes from you, Icy Boysenberry 629 on the ROK Storytime subreddit. So now for some context. We have known Emily for almost 18 years, and her family lives near my grandparents' house. Emily's family are all deadbeats. Okay. Even some members are in the illegal business. They have this as a career. Due to this, Emily and her siblings went through many bad times because their mom is a real piece of work. This woman was only concerned about the man in her life, there were many, and left her children alone for months and then returned as if nothing had happened. Oh, wow. So not only did she get distracted by a man, she physically left.
Yeah.
You can say that they were raised by her grandmother and they were often left unattended. Before we met her and her family, we lived in another area like the countryside, about 30 minutes from my grandparents' home. Fast forward to when I entered college, we moved to the same neighborhood as my grandparents. And Emily, very close to my college, you could walk to get there. We didn't sell our family home because my parents said it would be one of the things they left for us, so we took care of the maintenance of the house. But no one lived there permanently. We used it as a guest house sometimes and as a vacation too. That was a long side note.
Yes.
We then realized the gravity of Emily's situation. She became a very close friend with one of my younger sisters, 25 female Lizzie, and seeing that often they didn't even have anything to eat.
Whoa.
Damn. So in a really tough family.
Yeah.
We started inviting her and her sister to our house. They eat with us almost every day. That's really kind and sweet.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a lot of family stuff going on, and
Yeah.
it seems like they're trying to help out Emily.
Yeah. And Emily is the families kind of knew each other,
Yes.
but more friends with OP's sister.
Yes.
Who's more her age. My parents often said that we can't ignore when our family/friends need us, and if we have to help them, we sure have to do it. That's the kind of people they are. The only problem that I had with Emily in all these years was the fact that her family had her wrapped around their fingers, and she was always getting them out of trouble, even if that meant getting herself into trouble. Is that really a problem with Emily? It seems like she experienced a lot of trauma in her life.
Yeah.
And, like any natural human being response to still want the approval of your family.
Yeah.
But then again, that was not my problem, and it was is her life.
Mm-hmm.
Now to the issue. Almost 2 years ago, Emily got married, and we were very happy for her. My sister was the maid of honor, and my family actively participated in the planning. My dad even officiated the wedding. That's sweet.
This is lovely. They're very connected.
Yeah, the families are really sweet together. Or, I guess, family with Emily. Around that time, again, her family was in trouble, and she went out of her way to help them. Even her fiancé was against this. The result, she was left with no money. Nothing. She even used the rent money, and now she didn't have anywhere to stay. So being her support system, my parents told her that she could stay in our family home.
So wait. So after the wedding, she used up all the money on the wedding, and now...
No. Emily used the money to help her bail her family out of whatever trouble they were getting into again.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm taking in... I don't know why. This story is tripping me up.
There's a lot of...
There's a lot of stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So Emily bailed out her family, and so now has moved into OP's family's place.
Yes.
Okay.
Because she has no more money to bail out.
Got it.
Honestly, I was opposed to that because I know her. My dad told her that she didn't have to pay rent or even pay for the maintenance. The only condition was that she wasn't allowed to bring any member of her family. None. Which seems like a reasonable
I think that's very reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, she's shown that she's willing to kind of give them whatever they need without regard of what she needs.
Even her siblings and she agree with this. Currently, she is pregnant with her first child, and 2 weeks ago, she went behind our back and spoke with my parents. Why I said this? Because I haven't mentioned that our family home is legally my sister's and mine. Our parents transferred the property to us, so we have been taking care of it since. Emily knew this, and she went to talk to my parents and asked them if they would allow her sister to stay at our house when she gave birth for 2 weeks to help her while her husband was given leave from work.
Okay. So I understand. The problem here is that they had an agreement that it was only going to be Emily, and now Emily's gone to the parents and been like, hey, my sister's got to move in too, even though technically this is supposed to be OP and her sister's place.
Yeah. However, it's OP and her sister's place, but the parents were the people in the first place who invited OP or invited Emily in.
Yes. I think it's pretty disrespectful of Emily when she's being very helped a lot to then kind of capitalize on that and go behind their backs. I think that's pretty rude. If you're going to do it, at least have the, courage to actually ask the people who you're living with.
Yeah, I see that. So, and she went to talk to my parents to ask them if they would allow her sister to stay at our house when she gave birth for 2 weeks to help her while her husband was given leave from work. My parents agreed, again, without asking
It's
us.
also messed up with the parents.
Yeah, so the parents are like now like factors in being disrespectful, which I didn't think was okay, since even though it's the house they both bought, it's not legally ours and we should be included in any decision. Yeah.
Yes.
That checks out. Anyway, 2 days ago, we went shopping with Emily and she made this comment. My sister is asking me when we're going home because she's tired. To which I reply, home? How so? Emily says, yes, because my sister came to me as a surprise a few days ago and she's been living with us, but last night she went out partying and didn't come home, to which my husband got angry because he doesn't want her to live with us.
They didn't know that she was. So the parents and Emily moved her sister into OP and her sister's house and never told them? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why.
That's crazy. It's one thing to be like, oh, yeah, they're going to move in now. And another thing entirely to be like, they've been moved in and you guys didn't know.
Yeah, there's someone that you are not aware of
In your house.
Wild.
Ooh.
You're like, I'm hearing things.
Emily,
Yeah,
Emily,
like,
girl,
who's
Emily.
in the
Who's in the walls?
You're hearing voices in the wall. I'm going crazy.
I asked her, what's that about her living with you? We agreed that she was going to help you for 2 weeks after you gave birth. Not that she was going to live with you. I'm sorry, but she didn't learn anything from her situation growing up. And that's fine. That's her life, her problem. But I don't want her on my property. I'm sorry.
I love that OP's like, I'm sorry, I understand that I don't want her here, but I understand that she's going through a lot, but I don't want her here. It's like constantly going back and forth, like trying to be, understanding. But
Really? It seems like the whole thing was angry.
Well, I think she's angry, but I think she's trying to show that she's understanding.
Oh,
That's my perspective of it.
I'm reading it in a different tone. But she kept quiet, finished shopping, and left. I mentioned this to Lizzie, the sister, and she was in shock because Emily had never spoken about this to her. It turns out when she asked my parents for permission, she already had plans for her sister to stay permanently with her at our house. She just knew that we would refuse, so she put her there in the hope that we would let it go later.
Oh, Caleb on comment says, again, OP and her sister don't live there.
Oh.
So that actually does change a lot if we missed that part.
Wait, I missed that.
I missed that too. It does change the context of.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't change. Emily's still in the wrong, but it does make sense why they didn't know.
Didn't know. Yeah, I was like, how did you not know someone's in your house? Okay, so OP is saying that Emily was plotting to like get the okay for 2 weeks and then have her sister live there permanently. I wonder if this has been confirmed or if OP is just saying, I know what she's doing. Well,
it seems like we know for a fact that she went behind their back. So
Yes.
regardless of whether or not she was plotting, she did it.
No.
Yeah.
But do you see the difference?
Yeah.
There's the 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And OP is now making an accusation that Emily, under the context of moving her sister in for 2 weeks with the parents, she was actually wanting her sister to live there permanently.
Yeah, so even a further lie than
And I'm
lying to the parents as well.
I'm questioning, like, is OP
that true?
assuming that? Like, was that confirmed?
Let's see if OP confirms it.
Yeah. However, my sisters and I are not willing to do so. My parents, on the other hand, got mad at me because I was so rude when I responded to her and that I should have waited for a better time, but I told them that she was acting behind our back, so I reacted appropriately, but I don't know. Am I wrong?
No, that's your house. Regardless of whether or not you're living in it, your Crazy Cat says, as the legal owners, OP and her sister need to go to the town court and get the sister and Emily served an eviction. I think that first I think you can be like, hey, get out of the house. Like before we even go to the legal, just say, you gotta go. And then if they don't leave in a timely manner, then it's like, okay.
So you would say, like, for sure, you would be like, you went behind my back.
Yeah.
You're leaving.
I think because she's pregnant, my reaction would have been like, hey, I'll give you like a week or two or something to like sort out. But the sister's not living there. I'll give Emily 3 weeks.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Sister can't stay.
Yeah.
So Emily gets 3 weeks to figure out her situation. Then she's got to go. That's my final offer.
I think it's a little more nuanced and complicated. There's so much relationship. There's so much history, like, of her experiencing all this crap. She did something wrong, but perhaps it was the first time she went behind your back.
It's a big behind the back.
It's a big one for sure. I don't know. I don't know if I would kick Emily out.
You'd give her 4 weeks.
I think I would give her a strike. I would be like, this is unacceptable.
But you kick
your sister needs to leave.
Okay. So sister's
like,
got to go
now,
either way.
And like I'm very upset.
Yeah.
That's probably how it.
That's Alex, and I give 3 weeks.
Okay, update. First of all, I want to thank the people who took the time and read my post comment on it. It's been crazy lately, but I could finally write an update. A couple of things I would like to mention. I don't live with my parents. I have my own house and live with my older sister. I have 2 younger sisters that's still living with my parents. My older sister is engaged, and she talked to us when she started dating her fiance about the house and how she wanted to buy us out, and we agreed with this because she's the one that always wanted to live away from the city. So they're selling it to another sister?
I guess so.
Now to the update. We have a family meeting to discuss how to move forward regarding the house. My sister Lizzie, Emily's best friend, was disappointed by Emily's attitude, but not surprised because, as I said in my previous post, when it comes to her family, she totally changes. We've tried to tell her that it is not a healthy relationship. Even her husband had told her so, because she is always the one who ends up hurt without money, even with health problems. But she doesn't listen to us. It's like she's always expecting the best from them, but they always end up disappointing her, and she doesn't react. She is being taken advantage of by her family, but it makes so much sense that she allows it.
Yeah.
She's been trained her whole life to abandon her no and to self-abandon herself in order to save the family. So I'm not judging her for that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it seems like she's progressed to the point where she's also doing this to other people.
Yeah.
She's just she just does it, and she's like, I don't need permission.
For sure. Yeah. No, when it involves like other people's scenarios of 100%, put down boundaries. This is unacceptable. But still, as Alex, I'm like, I'm saying that makes sense based on her history.
I'm saying that she's taking what her family is doing and doing it to other people.
In what way?
In that, like, she's just kind of doing stuff without getting permission. Like, she's like, oh, I don't even need your, like, I'm not going to ask for permission. Like, I'm not going to ask for your yes or no. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah. So as a family, we decided to go to the property and talk to her and her husband about the situation. We also wanted to check if her sister is still living there.
Yeah. Get her out of there.
Yeah. As I mentioned above, my older sister is going to move there after she gets married. So we were going to tell them that they have until the end of the year to vacate the property.
Damn. When
what
was this
is
posted?
Many in the comments advised me to take her out immediately. Sophia says
Take her
3
out.
weeks, though.
I give 3 weeks.
But you also have to understand that besides being our friend, her husband is also a good family member. He met Emily through us. Oh, I didn't know that. And we don't want to end this friendship, so we decided to give her another chance. Added to the fact that she is 7 months pregnant.
Fair.
And has no money.
And no money.
Of course, what she did is not excusable, but as I've mentioned multiple times, she totally changes when it comes to her family. With that said, we left for the property, and guess what? Her sister was still living there. In fact, when we arrived, I saw that she was eating a snack on a piece of furniture that my older sister had just bought for when she moved into the house. I have to clarify that Emily doesn't know that my older sister is moving into the house, nor that she is engaged. It was something recent that only we know, and she's planning to announce it next month at a family party. Anyway.
Get out. Get her out of there.
I told Emily that the furniture was going to stay in storage, but for some reason her sister felt she had the right to take it out. And that Emily didn't say anything to her. My sister and I were furious.
They suck. These people suck. They're squatters.
Disrespect to the furniture.
Yeah.
Is just adding fuel to the fire.
Unbelievable.
And we told her to get up from the furniture immediately, and if there was any damage, she would pay for it along with the cleaning. The furniture was stained with something like sauce or something.
No, I'm pissed.
And it's new. Furniture is expensive.
Yeah.
Her sister starts yelling at us. No way.
The audacity.
And saying a lot of things. I couldn't take it anymore, and I yelled, "Shut up! Shut up!" We came here to talk to your sister and her husband, not you. You have nothing to do with this equation. You mean nothing in this equation. You are not part of this equation.
Yeah.
So get off my property before I call the police. Emily will gather your things and get them to you, but you're not getting anything out of here. I know I may have said some harsh things, but the audacity of some people brings out the worst in me.
No, I mean, like, you made no agreement with her. She's a random person.
Your anger makes sense.
Yeah.
Emily was shocked, to say the least, and said that even her sister was wrong. I shouldn't have spoken to her that way.
Too freaking bad.
Emily's mad at OP.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
Which my dad replied, and what did you expect, Emily? You have abused our trust and our generosity. We got Papa Bear getting pricked.
He said, I let you bring her in here.
Papa Bear's coming in strong. We allowed you to live here without contributing anything, so that you could get back on your feet, all because of that family that you defend so much. You've harmed yourself and your husband and now us.
Whew.
What did you expect? My daughter told you no more than 2 weeks ago to get your sister off her property, and you completely ignored that in a total lack of respect towards her and all of us. So the Papa Bear is redeeming himself.
I mean, like, he kind of started this problem, but
yeah. So, but he's redeeming himself. He's coming to the defense of his daughter, standing up for her and telling them off, putting down hard boundaries. Says no. Her husband interrupted and apologized to us since he didn't know that Emily didn't have authorization to bring her sister to the house, much less that I told her she couldn't stay there. He's like, I'm pissed at Emily.
He's like, sorry.
To which I said, I'm so sorry, but because of all of this, we can't trust you to respect the boundaries we've set. Please vacate the property by the end of the month. There's also someone coming to install cameras on the property, and I've already told the doorman not to let anyone else in, just you two. Doorman. Got some money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry I had to come to this, but you're leaving us no choice, Emily. You're like family to us, but you betrayed our trust. And you know what? We trust you to go listen to full episodes with stories like this. Just go to Spotify, your favorite podcast app, and search OK Storytime.
Oh, man, there's a little bit left of the story, but final thoughts? Like, fair.
Fair.
Get her out of there. You gave
I'm
her a
saying
month.
fair.
Very fair.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what I said. At the end of the day, I'm
you
right.
said 1 week, then you said 2 weeks, then you said 3 weeks.
I settled on 3. But man, oh man, Kimberly Fine says he came in with the I'm disappointed energy.
Dude.
Not mad, I'm just
He came in.
disappointed.
I liked his response.
Me too.
I felt proud
Me too.
for standing up for his house, his daughter.
Yeah, I felt good. But there is a little bit left to the story. So let's finish it off.
So yeah, that's it. They'll be out of the house by the end of the month. I honestly don't know what will happen to our friendship.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Nothing
things
good.
from now on, but it will be hard for everything to go back to normal, at least for now. Thank you so much for your help and support.
And there you have it. That's the end of that story.
Do you have any last words?
No, I think they handled it well. Yeah.
Fair. Seems like they put warnings down, they put boundaries down, they were broken,
Yeah.
disrespected, lied to. Makes sense.